Okay, record to the cloud. Hi guys, welcome. Happy Monday. Happy Boss Babes team call. I am in the thick of a 3-day refresh. 3-day refresh is not my favorite thing on the planet. People that like do 3-day refreshes all the time, I'm just like, man, I just need to like eat a lot more food than this program provides me. But anyways, no, I do not want to see you guys naked. So if you are naked, you can keep your camera off. Well, like we got to keep some things so that, personal, right? Okay. So if you didn't see, our team hit 1,000 coaches today, which is literally incredible because in January when we did our vision casting call, so make sure you're still on the team in January so you can do that. My advice to you is be here a year from now, but be here for the long haul, because I promise you, if you never give up, your dreams will come true. Anyways, we hit 1,000 coaches today. Then we got 3 coach cancellations. Of course, right? I mean, that's just how it goes, right? Like the day after we hit 6-star qual, I woke up and I had 3 inactives under my husband. I'm like, didn't even make it 24 hours. So here we are again. But I have no doubt that we will get it back very soon. But we're still celebrating 1,000 because that is incredible. And it's just so crazy to me that we ended the year with 347 coaches on the team. Okay, so I'm not a mathematician, but that is a lot of people that have joined our team in 2020. Maybe COVID was the best thing to ever happen to Boss Babes. I don't know. Okay, I can't say things like that. But on my vision, this is my vision board that I made for myself. I always print one out and then it's my background of my computer so I can just be reminded that I have these big goals that I've set for myself. Because I think what happens is we tell ourselves, I want to accomplish XYZ. Okay, let's just do a monetary amount, right? Like I want to make $1,000 a month as a Beachbody coach. And then you're only willing to invite your mom and your sister. Well, I cannot see how you're going to get $1,000 a month if the list of things you're not willing to do is so long and the list of things you are willing to do is so short. Now I want everyone to build their business that is genuine to them, whatever that looks like for you. But at the end of the day, however you invite people to do this with you, you have to invite people to do this with you. And I've had multiple people ask me if I'm at the point where people just come to me, and I don't know that I will ever get to that point, right? Like from day one, I just knew that if I wanted people to do this with me, I had to go ask them. And I was always okay with that because I'm willing to ask people to go on vacation or go to happy hour with me. So what is the difference in asking people to do this? Because those things require them to spend money, right? This requires them to spend money, and they're going to spend the money anyways. So however you invite people, I don't really care. But you do have to be willing to invite people, because if my coach hadn't been willing to invite me, what the hell would I be doing right now? And what the hell would you guys be doing right now? We wouldn't be doing this. Maybe on another team, I don't know, right? But I don't know because nobody else asked me to be a coach. But I bet there are a lot of people that wish they had asked me to be a coach. Okay, because sometimes we see people having success and we think, dang, I wish I had asked her, because maybe they're in your circle or they're on your social, and then you see them sign up with somebody else. And you don't want that to happen, right? So why wouldn't you just ask the question? But anyways, on my vision board for 2020, I put by end of year, we would have 700 coaches on the team. Because in my head, I thought, you know what? Why don't we just double everything we did last year? And so I thought, okay, 700 coaches on the team. And here we are in August with 1,000 coaches on the team with no signs of slowing down. Everyone is having such massive success this year. I just don't see any reason to stop this momentum. And I had felt like I couldn't ask the team to do any more because we've already accomplished so much. And that just, to me, that's not genuine and authentic to me, because I'm not asking you to do these things for me. I'm asking them to do that for you, right? But everybody benefits from everybody's hard work. So when, Sally Joe sells a challenge pack, it helps Jane Doe, right? Like everything the team does helps everyone. So I felt in my heart that I needed to set this vision for our team and what I think we can accomplish. And then tonight I want you to set a vision for your team and what your team can accomplish by the end of 2020. Because if you're not making 2020 your best year, like now's the time to start, right? I know we have a lot of teachers on the team and school is starting, and all of our hearts go out to you. And if you need help, if you need support, please lean on us. My phone is always available. If you need to talk, if you feel like you're drowning or overwhelmed, look at all these faces of people that you can lean on, right? Don't let these squares on this be strangers to you. Let these be your closest friends, okay? Because when you feel that type of community and that type of support, your conviction to invite people to do this with you is just going to get stronger and stronger. So please, if you, even if you're not a teacher, if you're feeling overwhelmed or anything, please reach out, and then let's come up with an action plan to get you moving forward. But I know that so many of you on the team have large goals and plans and dreams for your own team and what you want to accomplish by the end of the year. And I want that to happen for everybody. But sometimes we see others moving really fast, and that causes us to pull back because now we think that there's less success available because somebody else got it. But that's just not true. There's no limit to success, and there is so much room at the top of this company. There are so many seats at the table. You just have to be willing to go get your own seat, okay? So I know a lot of the Diamond leaders on this team have grand plans for their team to end Premier or to end Elite, and everybody gets to be a part of that. And to me, that's really exciting because I've always wanted to be part of something that was bigger than me. And so as, one of the leaders on this team, I don't want to be like, well, we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals and we won, so that's good enough. No, I want to win the championship, and I want you to win your championship in your business. Okay, so I want you to start dreaming bigger than what you think is actually possible. Sometimes you don't have to know how you're going to get there to make that a goal. Now, sometimes things are like crazy, right? And you're like, you have one coach on your team and you're like, I'm going to be a superstar Diamond by the end of the year. It's like, okay, well, you better hustle your ass to find 15 people who want to go Diamond in the next 4 months. That would be a crazier thing, but guess what? People have done it. Emily Faber went from Diamond to superstar in 90 days. So I don't think that anything is impossible in this business, but set your goal, your vision for your end of the year for your team based on what you believe you can actually match those efforts with. But don't sell yourself short. So when people are like, I want to be Emerald by the end of the year, I'm like, there's no effing way it's going to take you 4 months to find 2 fucking people to join your team. That's unreal. Okay? That's ridiculous. So let's dream a little bigger than that, right? I think Diamond, if you're not a Diamond currently, I think Diamond by end of the year is reasonable. You could probably do more, but I think that would be the bare minimum that you would set for yourself, okay? Because Diamond by end of the year is just Emerald again for the rest of the year, okay? But some of you, I know you could do more, right? So I want you to dream a little bigger, and let's make these goals make sense. So sometimes I'll say, what are people shooting for Success Club? And people are like, SE4. I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Because why would you shoot for SE4? That's literally like getting 4th place at the Olympics. It doesn't make any sense, okay? You want to help at least 3 people and hit Success Club. Or people will be like, SE8. I'm like, Okay, well, you know, you don't get anything more for SE8, it's SE10. Right. Okay, so like make your goals make sense. So a lot of people will be like 1 star by end of the year. And 1 star is awesome, right? It's an incredible rank, but really the big stuff comes at 2 star. So don't sell yourself short because you're trying to think, well, I don't have 2 diamonds on my team currently. It's okay if you don't have those people currently because you're going to be talking to people, you're going to be helping new coaches get started on your team. And we can't put limits on how fast people can grow this business. We just watched Naomi and Destiny go diamond in 30 days. We just watched 2 coaches do that. Okay. So we cannot put limits on people saying, well, if they sign up now, they won't be diamond. And a lot of you have your spouse on the team, which means if you can just help one more person go diamond, you can end the year 2-star. Okay, so I want you to set goals that make sense. Okay, so we're gonna start talking, we're gonna start doing our journaling. So number 1 question I want you to ask, and I just want you to write down anything that comes to mind, right? It can be personal, it can be business, it can be anything related. But when I ask you this question, I just want you to write down on your notepad anything that comes out of you, right? So it doesn't matter if it's not business related, doesn't matter if it's personal, just write it down. What do you think is holding you back the most right now? What do you think is holding you back the most right now? And be specific. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple minutes to journal on that. Okay, I'll give you like 30 more seconds to write down any last minute thoughts. Thank you for those of you who felt comfortable enough to share. I really, really, really appreciate that. Okay. Look at your list and ask yourself, which of these things are in my control? Which of these things are in my control? Because all we can do is control the controllable, right? And I'm guessing the majority of your list is in your control. Okay? Not everything, right? I don't know what's on your list. But most of the time in this business, I can speak from personal experience and I can speak from all of the people who have come and gone on our team, or even some who are still there but don't do anything. Most of the time, what gets in the way the most is ourselves. Okay. And the story we keep telling ourselves, because Kristen taught us, because she is smart and she is a mental health specialist. She taught us that whatever we tell ourselves, our brain will find evidence to support that. So if you tell yourself you're lazy, you're complacent, you don't have time, you're overwhelmed, nobody wants to join you, that's exactly what you're going to find. And telling yourself those things is never going to motivate you to do anything different. So it's like you're on a Groundhog's Day loop and every day is the same. And that used to be the life that I lived in before I became a coach. And I've even found myself getting back there recently. I've not been talking very positive to myself, right? And I know I need to do something to break that cycle, because at the end of the day, if we have a strong belief in what we're doing, nothing should be able to shake us. But sometimes things do, and that's okay. I think we all need to give ourselves more grace and then really put in the effort to change the things that we don't like that we're doing, or change the things that we feel like aren't warranting the success that we so desire. Sometimes it's just a matter of patience, and I have none, so I get it if that's hard for you. Like I got like zero. But we have to change the story that we're telling ourselves. So next I want you to write down, what is the story you are currently telling yourself about your business and why you're where you are right now? What is the story you are currently telling yourself about your business and why you are where you are right now? And this might be a positive story. If I hope most of them are, but I have a feeling that some might be not so positive. Yes. Okay. So now I want, based off of the story that you're telling yourself, I want you to look yourself in the gut and say, is this story true? Or is it just a negative thought that I've come up with to stop myself from really going after the things I want, because it's easier to stay here and justify why I'm not finding success? Because for most of us, it is easier to justify whatever we're doing and tell ourselves, well, that's why I don't have the team that she has, or the rank that she has, or the following that she has. Da, 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 da. And you can use she as whoever you want, right? But a lot of times we get caught up in comparing ourselves to others when we have no idea what they've been doing to achieve what they have. Because we'll never know the full story, right? Unless that person's literally you or your best friend, right? You never really know what all people did to achieve success, right? You know, that Lizzo song. Have you guys heard of Lizzo? Okay. You know her song Good as Hell? You know, she's been writing music for over 10 years before she had a top 10 hit. You know that she used to put on concerts for like 5 people. You know, radio stations wouldn't play her song. You know, she was like broke, living with her parents, trying to make it as a musician. But now everyone sees her as uber successful and she just has it so easy. And it's like, no, she was peddling that song for 10 years. Um, is your dream big enough for you to do that? For you to go through the mud and the muck to do that, to get to where you want to be? Because dreams don't have expiration dates. Okay. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm still here, is because I could look at my vision boards from all the other years and what I told myself I was going to be and achieve in this business. And I didn't. And that's not to say I didn't have success. I have had a lot of success in the business, because even though I've had setbacks and mean comments and coach cancellations and heartbreaks, I felt the pain, but I continued to move regardless. I just continue to move regardless, because why would I give up my dream because someone else did? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I give up my dream because someone doesn't like what I'm doing? I don't cast any votes on what they're doing. So why do we give people votes on what we're doing? We just shouldn't, right? And everything that you guys are writing in the chat, I want you to know that no fear or anxiety or overwhelm or pain that you're having in the business is mutually exclusive to you. We all have fears and doubts and things that we struggle with. It's just the difference between success and failure is those who learn to push through those and handle them, right? We don't shove them down, we handle them. So if you have a fear of inviting, can you start off slow and just start talking to people, right? Getting more comfortable talking about it on your stories. That is a way to invite. Like I said, I don't really care how you invite, but you do have to invite people. So if you can't even put up a post or talk about it, then you can't be upset that you don't have any results in the business. You have to be willing to talk about what you're doing and share this with other people. And however you share it, I don't really care. I can tell you there's some tried and true methods, but do whatever is genuine to you. But not posting, that is never going to work, especially during COVID. You can't really be out in the community right now. So have people built their business not online? Sure. But I think it's really smart to take advantage of a free platform that you can reach the masses, because 1 billion people a day use Instagram. Billion with a B. Billion. So when you're like, I can't find anyone, can you not find anyone? Are you just uncomfortable And so you don't want to do it. And then you've justified it by telling yourself, can't find anyone. Because you could. Because I don't know, I could do a percentage, but I would say a large percentage of us on this call have never met in real life. We found each other online, right? We found each other online, and we're all wonderful, amazing people. So why aren't you like running like wildfire trying to find more amazing people to join our family? Okay. I like what Kristen said about her redirecting her thought. So I want you to do that with the story you've told yourself. Change it. So I can scroll up and give you the example of what she did. Okay. It's because we have to tell ourselves a new story. Okay. So Kristen's story was, the lie I'm telling myself is that I'm not going to be truly equipped to help the people that join me, which I think a lot of coaches feel. They feel that pressure. Okay. She said, my redirected thought are that these ladies on my team are amazing and are going to find success, and I will meet them where they are. Okay. So I want you to redirect whatever the story you told yourself is. And just remember that can't and won't are different things. So when people say, I can't wake up early or I can't stay up late, can you, or are you just not willing to? Because there is a difference, right? There is a difference. So are you not having the time because you're not making it, or you truly don't have the time? And if you truly didn't have the time, then I don't think you would have said yes to being on the team. Now, is every day going to look the same? No. Not every day looks the same, right? Especially for, medical professionals who work different hours, or people who are pulled in different directions for different things, right? Not every day is going to look the same. I don't think that we all need to do our tracker at the same time for us all to be successful. But you do need to do the behaviors on your tracker. Otherwise, then you're just going to feel frustrated and that you're spinning your wheels. Okay? So redirect your thoughts, write that down on your paper for the new story that you're going to tell yourself. Okay. And this isn't a trick question like last time I did this to you. Okay. I want you to make a list of 10 things, entitle it 1 year from now, the 10 things I want to have accomplished are. 1 year from now, the 10 things I want to have accomplished are, and then make your list. Now, obviously, this will have some things business related, some personal, family, all of those things. But make a list of 10 things 1 year from now you would like to have accomplished. And again, don't base it off of what you have going on right now. So maybe you want to become a great cook, or you want to learn to play guitar, or you want to, I don't know, do other things that people do. Okay. Make a list of 10 things you want to accomplish. Maybe you want to have a certain amount of money in savings. Maybe you want to upgrade your car. Maybe you want to upgrade your house. Maybe you want to have a second home for you and your family to go visit during the summer. Whatever's important to you. Put some business things in there as well. Okay. Now I want to talk about our vision for the rest of the year. So sometimes we set goals really far off from where we are. Like we'll set goals for the end of the year in January, and then we don't even start working on them until November. And then we're upset when we don't achieve those, right? Or we get so overwhelmed at the thought of that goal and knowing how close we are to the deadline that we never even get started on it. So we're almost at the end of quarter 3. We'll be starting quarter 4 in October. So we have about a month and a week left of this quarter. And I know a lot of you set quarter 3 goals, and maybe you're close to it, maybe you aren't. That's okay. But I want to have us set our vision for our team that's maybe even grander than what we originally envisioned at the beginning of the year. Because I think some people envision they would be diamond by the end of the year, and maybe they've already achieved that, right? Maybe you haven't, and that's okay. We're not comparing scales to anyone. This is just based off you and where you envision your team. But I think before we can do that, I think it's important to write down like, who is your ideal coach? What is she like? What's her personality like? Is she on every call? Is she a self-starter? Is she funny? Does she show up to live events when we used to have them, right? Like envision a world without COVID. Okay. Envision what's her personality? Is she just like you? Is she the opposite of you? Is she really vocal? Is she a strong silent leader? What type of woman would it just like thrill you to work with and have as somebody to link arms with on your team specifically? Like, who are you hoping to attract? I think when we can get really clear on who it is we're looking for, now you can write mom if you're looking for moms, right? I don't really care if someone's a mom or not, but some people just want to work with moms. You know, are you looking for only teachers? Are you looking for only medical professions? Are you looking for only people without kids? Right? Whatever. Who are you hoping to work with? And just write down their traits and things that things about her that would bring you joy to work with this person. Okay, we'll take a minute to do that. So I think once you have a clear idea on who you want to work with, the easier you can speak to that person when you're posting, right? Because what is someone who possesses all these qualities, you know, which is either like you or something you aspire to be, you can now start speaking to them and speak in a way that helps them get more clear on why they should join you or showing them what's in it for them. So, you know, just for reference, if I'm trying to find Enneagram 3s, then I'm going to be talking about goal setting and challenges and pushing through and achieving and things that I know that Enneagram 3s thrive on because that's who I'm looking for, right? I want to find other 3s who are up for a challenge because while this business is not hard, that doesn't make it easy because consistency is one of the hardest things that people struggle with and showing up day after day with no guarantee of results, right? So our business is not hard. There are a long list of things that are hard in this life. And posting pictures on the internet and asking people to work out will never be on that list. Okay. So now I want you to cast the vision for your team. Where do you envision your team, current and women who are still going to join you by the end of the year? Where do you envision ending up? And this is totally personal to you. Feel free to share it if you would like to. We'd love to cheer you on. But where do you envision your team ending up? Have you decided that you want to be a Star Diamond team? Are you hoping to be premier? Are you hoping to be elite? Are you hoping to produce a lot of leaders in terms of diamonds by the end of the year? Are you hoping that everyone on the team has incredible transformations and is making a certain amount of money a month? Like, cast it really big, right? Now, the money thing is going to be different for everyone. Not everyone necessarily cares or wants that, right? Um, but maybe you have a culture where everybody gets their products paid for every single month, which means everybody hits Success Club and everybody gets to go on the Success Club trips together, right? So paint that vision, cast that vision. Feel free to drop it in the chat so we can cheer you on with that. But where do you envision your team? If you don't have a team name yet, don't worry about it. You'll come up with one. Um, I came up with one and then I changed it. So it doesn't really matter if you have a team name or not, but where do you envision you and your crew of people ending 2020? Okay. So a lot of you shared your vision. I love these. So now I want you to ask yourself, what is going to stop you from making that happen? What's going to stop you from making that happen? So if you continue on exactly how you're going right now, is that goal going to happen? Or does something need to switch? Does your story need to change? What is going to stop you from making that goal happen? Okay. If the vision you wrote down for to end 2020 doesn't come to fruition, how will you feel? If your vision for 2020 doesn't come to fruition, how will you feel? Will it make you feel good? Will it make you feel sad? Will it make you feel like giving up? Will it make you feel like it was all for nothing? Will it fuel your fire to work harder in 2021? Right. Okay. How will you feel about your business and about yourself if your vision for 2020 does come true? Would that inspire you to do more, to invite more, to help more ladies get moving from coach to emerald, and from emerald to emerald again, and from emerald again to diamond? Because it's really easy to put our self-worth, our worthiness, our motivation in achieving these things that we put down on our paper. And they absolutely matter. And I do think you need a clear direction and a solid why. Otherwise, things can get really wishy-washy and then you don't really know where you're going. So you kind of get stuck staying in the same place, right? So you need to not put your happiness or your worth or your belief in the business in achieving this goal. Now, every goal that every single one of you wrote down, obviously I didn't get to see everyone's, is 1000% achievable. Like even mine, I know it's 1000% achievable. Do I have all the people needed for that? I don't think so. So that means I need to go help some people, right? But if we could just focus on doing the behaviors that should lead to the goal, focus on becoming the best version of ourselves, focus on filling our head with positivity, focus on the community that we've created and get to be a part of, and filling up those women, and trying to spread that light to others, then that should be enough, because results are not guaranteed. So you can go crazy, invite 10,000 people before the end of the year. You might hit your goal, you might not. But like Jordan said, if you do give it your all, then that was worth it. You're always worth the effort, right? Can't guarantee that the work you do will give you the exact result you're looking for. I can guarantee if you don't do the work, you definitely won't get it. So it's definitely worth doing the work, right? But I don't want you to put so much stock in this vision for your team that if it doesn't happen, that you let it derail you. You let it stop you. You let it slow you down. To end with this, I ordered some decals from Hannah, and she sent them my way with a sweet card. And she said, "Thank you for never giving up when it got hard." And trust me when I tell you that the last 5 years, there have been a lot of hard times. My husband has watched me cry many tears, okay? And it's because I was putting all of my worth and my happiness in that. And when I just had to let go of that, and I still struggle with it, but when I just decided to let go of that and just do what I signed up to do, which is help people, myself included, all of a sudden things started coming to fruition far beyond what I ever dreamed, right? And so if we can just be happy now with what we have and who we are, and stop telling ourselves these silly stories, and stop letting the start stop us, and stop letting what someone might say stop you, because we have no idea what people are going to say. What if that person is on the other end of your phone dying for someone to notice them? Because nobody else noticed me but one person. And even though she quit, her noticing me changed my whole life. So if we could just worry about, how can I notice someone? How can I notice another woman and let her know that she is valued? That I see something in her that maybe no one else has said to her. You could change her whole life and you have no idea. But if we just keep telling ourselves this story of, I'm not enough, I don't know enough, people don't want to hear from me, and all the other crazy things we do, I'm lazy, I'm not efficient, all the stuff we tell ourselves. If we could just stop, because you are enough, you're more than enough. And every one of you has a special gift on this team. You don't have to be the most vocal leader. You don't have to know it all. You don't have to be the face on the trainings. You'll get there eventually. But can you just be you? And can you just love on people and invite them to do this with you? And the rest of us that have been here a little longer, we got you. We'll help your new people, and we'll help you guys grow together. Okay? So just for this week, I know some of you are still shooting for diamond by Thursday for the Second Chance Disney invite. Just love on people. Be bold about your goals and just go get them, and stop worrying about what people think, because someone's always going to have a problem with it, right? But there's no negative thing that someone could ever say to me that would trump this feeling that I have being on this call with you guys. Because their negative energy is just that. They're negative about themselves, so they have to push it out to others. But we're positive about ourselves, so we push that out onto others. And look how life-changing it's been. 1,000 people on our team. That's the ripple effect when you're positive and you just love on people. So I love you. I'm going to stop recording.